Okay, we do have more military factories. Let's throw you into close air support. We need way more military factories. Also, what are we spending oil on? Oh yeah, the tanks, right. We have tanks over here. Okay. Okay, London stock market has completely collapsed. With France's destiny still young, many are wondering what Jack Drouot has planned for the nation. They also wonder what kind of person Jack Drouot truly is behind all those propagandic portrayals that people have become so used to. Picking a trade will allow you to pick certain events or options via events decisions and new focuses that would otherwise be closed off. Charismatic, intelligence, or ambitious. I mean, a 10% boost on you wouldn't be bad. Research speed, eh. War supports. It's over. I mean, it's already 75%. Or charismatic. So you're gonna go from 0.73 to 0.9. You know what? Happy with that. We will get this going here as well. We have 6.75% unemployment. And all of you are so expensive. What are our national spears? I don't think we've actually checked these yet. So you got the military SP rivalry balance, war support plus 7%, 10% reduction in cost. You're kind of a garbage. Mobilization speed, and bitter revanchism, which is just an attack bonus against Germany and Britain. Excellent. Would ambitions give you more ways to invade places? I don't think so. Because all of the expansion focuses are just down this tree here. Also, we do need to train more units. Give me like 11 to start off with. A new home for the degenerate. Before he could realize it, Anton was forcibly picked up again by the same soldiers that had picked him up into a military truck that fateful night. With his knees painfully scraping over the dirty cold ground, Antoine received a hard fist to the jaw. "Your feet still work, pig. Don't try and be petty," the soldier holding his left arm shouted. With the cold dawn setting in, Anton reached a large facility on the outskirts of random forests in the French countryside. The sound of toiling men and women were drowned out by the sounds of iron doors and wooden stocks of guns hidden in flesh. Before he could properly take in the atmosphere, Anton was thrown into what looked like the temporary holding cell. The door behind him shut and he was left in the dark. Yet, he still wasn't alone. One other soul was also in this dark room, his or her eyes glowing with a small bit of light that came into this room through a small window. "Are you alright?" he or she asked. A small hand touched Antoine's elbow, feeling a bit of skin that was scraped off him by the fall onto his new home. "I would have helped you, but this is not the place. Wait, but there's not even some linen that I could use to patch you up." It was nice that at least some people haven't lost their humanity in these trying times, Antoine thought. Before he could reply, the light of the window dimmed as the man shouted behind it, "Rest while you can. Tomorrow is your first day of labor." Okay, we got the cult of personality. And you know what? 7 days for the remilitarizing of Lorraine also gives you a little bit of national fervor. It's okay. So what is that right now? Okay, the Wuchang Revolution. That's 31%. Medium, I'm assuming, starts at 50. Okay, and China is now in the middle of a civil war. I don't think that matters at all, if I remember correctly. I don't think China has really any decisions that they could do anything with. So, like, no fucking political power. Okay. Follow you up. Befriend Russia. Befriend Spain. Renew Spanish alliance. Integrate the economies of revanches. Pact. I'm guessing at some point you're able to get, like, Australia or Quebec to join your faction. But I don't think that's actually in the game yet. New French economy. You know what? 2 civilian factories, I'll take it. The remilitarization of Lorraine. When the Kaiser enforced a treaty of Tours onto the Bourbon dynasty, German High Command remained hopeful on the effectiveness of such a treaty would have to prevent another world war. If only they knew. With the revanches fervor at an all-time high and our armed forces rapidly expanding, the bureaucrats in Frankfurt know damn well what we all want. Remilitarization of Lorraine? but is the first step in a series of process to ensure total French hegemony in the following years. Before we know it, our troops will be marching to the cities of Berlin, Vienna, and Nuremberg, singing and dancing like the Germans did so long ago. Yet, we shall go the extra step. Not only will we guarantee that Germany remains neuter for global affairs, but we'll fundamentally change our society as a whole. After all, revenge isn't about defeating one's nation, but to make the very nation incapable of existing for the rest of time. 200 political power, holy hell. So that means we're also going to get you guys to deploy right on the German border. Prepare an invasion into the Rhineland. And you guys, again, just prepare it into Wallonia. And how are my tanks doing? Not great, to be honest with you. Division speed. I mean, division speed's not bad. Organization loss. You know what? Give me the speed. Give me the speed. Why not? Actually, I probably shouldn't spend. I probably should use it on a doctrine, but you know, here we are. Okay, don't get any of you. Let's see what we have in this tree. Right now, it's balanced. Okay. Integrate the SP into the military. Depoliticize the military. I mean, okay, so what do we get for having a militarist be victorious? 5% organization, army cleaning has gained planning speed. So honestly, not that good. Or we purge the militarist, attacking core territory, defense. Okay, so you're also kind of ass. They're both like not good. But if I favor one of them right now, we take a massive penalty. Okay, so let's deal with unemployment first. Maybe factionalism, actually. Popularity goes up. War support. 2.5% stability. You know, let's reduce factionalism by 6%. Follow that with stability. And also 2 more military factories. Boom, there we go. What path are we doing? We are going down the neo-imperialist path. So like the most reactionary path, I think. Actually, I don't know if the kingdom path is more reactionary, but it's the path that the AI did last time. If you don't resolve, the military or the SB will coup you. Okay, that seems like a good reason to do something then. Okay, thank you. So then I'm guessing, based on what we see here, I think I prefer to favor the military. Because the SP one's kind of just ass. Okay, retreat our tank out. Got our quadrupods. Follow you up with you, and you're still both researching. You're 35 tech. You know, let's go hard suits. The Reds have won the British election. So basically, it's very similar to what happened last time. Also, I think our Italian allies are very much dead. Look at the folks that are 1 if you get cooed. Okay, no, yeah, you're not wrong about that. Army with the state. Oh, can you get kamikaze pilots? That's interesting. Literacy level will worsen by a moderate amount. We're just gonna kill everybody that can read. Okay, so yeah, let's go militarist. Let's reassure the generals. It's gonna cost a lot of political power. We're getting about 1 per day, so like, while not great, it's not the worst either. France's lost son. Richard often overheard the rumors his parents share with the other Anglo neighbors. Often they talked about one particular old man, settled in a small villa on the outskirts of Montreal. While clearly French, the man did not speak in a particular Quebec dialect of the region, but in a Parisian one. That is, if he ever spoke to you. Generally... Hey, thank you, Kefabus, free subscription. Fuck, where was I reading? In a Parisian one, that is if he spoke to you. Generally, he just mumbled while rocking in a chair with his wife, watching over his modest estate. Threats and vulgarity were often exchanged between him and the locals, may they be Quebecois or Anglo. Main rumor, Richard knows what the old minister Philip, is that people think he might have been in the military. Some swore they've seen the man walk through the front garden in a military uniform, unlike any of the entire American continent. His badge is sparkling with a low spring sun. As he walks on the stage, Richard peeks through the fence for a second. There he sees Mr. Phillips completely alone. Instead, in his military uniform or his glorious badges that he won during the war, the old man stares at a piece of torn cloth, painted in blue, white, and red. Richard swore that if he saw a single tear drop from the old face before Mr. Phillips saw him peeking through the fence. As he often did, the old man threatened many things to happen to Richard's mother. Who are you? Who are you? So you are just in a big old civil war. So here's our guy. Who do we think Phillips is? He speaks with a Parisian accent. We've got the Irish Citizen Army against you. Italy is defeated. Okay, well, at least we should get our tanks back. A vain hope for the degenerates. The rhythm of steel on stone echoed through the quarry localized in the labor camp. As Anton's pickaxe followed the pattern of the other undesirables stuck there. It was a couple of months since they had been thrown into the temporary holding facility, and he had since then moved to crowded barracks near the eastern side of the camp. Once there, he was given a number and was stripped of his old clothes, having to work, sleep, and eat in something that barely resembles clothing. He was, however, fortunate enough to sleep in eastern barracks instead of the western, as a recent cholera outbreak had wiped out half the population there. Someone talked about a planned outbreak to free up space for the more undesirables, but the hygiene was honestly so poor in the camp that it might have gone either way. With the last stone broken, Anton got his food and ate alone near the fence. From there, he could see the outskirts of the forest, a tease of freedom, of hope. As he picked up another piece of dry bread, someone came up with him, wearing the same clothes he wore. Sitting down next to him, Anton recognized the man as that approached him. He's the same soul he had met months ago in a holding cell. It's good to see you're still alive, Anton. How's work? After a short amount of chit-chat between the two, the man that he now knew as Michael, or Michel, it's only got one, it's only got an EL, started to look serious. Looking around him, Michel sneakily gave Anton another piece of bread before he continued. I'm guessing you're not looking to waste your life in this prison camp. So I have an offer to propose. I've assembled a few of the others with a plan to leave this place without raising suspicion. We have a man on the outside that's promised us a trip out of France, presumably to Switzerland. We don't have much room, but we could use someone like you to help us get out of here. Anton didn't give a heartbeat and answered, alright, let's get out of here. So when you start to favor one side, resolve it quickly because of the coup. Well, I'll solve it as quickly as I can to get our political power up. So Italy has now... We basically lost the war in Italy. And the French economy. Sweat fills the worker's forehead as he works his machinery. His head filled with noise, eyes with stress, and muscles with anger. The worker's angry at his stupid job, but he needs to do his job to survive. Luckily for him, however, his shit's somewhere over. Unluckily, however, from the balcony of the administration office, the worker's boss shouts, you'll all be working a few hours extra today. We need to hit a quota, as otherwise he might go bankrupt. All the workers shout out with anger, but following their boss's orders, there is sad reality for most French workers. Harsh hours, harsh quotas, and harsh lives. You never seen the French victory scenario? Well, hopefully we do it, and hopefully we don't just lose against the Germans. So we don't actually need to do all of these. We just need to do one of them. You're decent. You're actually, you know what? We do need a political power, so we'll do the Triomphe de la Volonté. Italy is side of the UK. Okay, well, fuck you too, Italy. Lord factionalism. I think right now we're okay with this. Wait, support the Irish Rebellion. We don't have any guns. Okay, what about the support the anti-Hungarian pact? You also need guns. Okay. Claiming Algeria, establish French settlement in Algeria. Our 2 tanks have arrived. We'll send you to the German border for now. And Algeria right now is owned by the British. Algeria does not exist as a state. You can integrate in the Netherlands. Nova Plan de Paris. Promote political violence or renounce political violence. Or denounce it. I mean, you get stability for it. The political power. But our stability is actually still pretty good, so. The echoes of corruption. Rumors have been spread that certain individuals within the administration sectors of the government are accepting bribes or turning a blind eye to illegal activities. Although mine are relatively harmless, such corruption could grow if left unattended to. Some have said that such corruption is starting to bleed into the armed forces. How do we respond? This option is available because your leader is charismatic. Yeah, you know what? I will also go into a little bit of corruption. There we go. Thanks to the political power suckers. Invest in military factories. SP protests military's rise. Because right now it's military dominance. Purge the militarist. Wait, in order to purge the SP, you need to make sure that the militarists are. Huh. I find that a little strange. I feel like you'd be able to purge the SP if the militarists are dominant, no? Like that, I feel like that makes more sense. I mean, I would like to win a political power. I don't know if we can get. You give us 100. So maybe we can just purge the SP really quickly. I mean, the attack and defense core territory kind of sucks, but I would have preferred the organization, but I feel like we've kind of gone the wrong way on this. Okay, quad pods. Let's get 2 of you guys going. I know we don't have a template for them yet, but don't worry about that. Concentrate Industry 1, I'd be happy to see. And I think, actually, for right now, I'm going to move you guys down to the Italian border. I don't trust the Italians. But 14 days on you. 4 days on you. How many points do we get here? The Eternal State. As clocks throughout France chimed 12 o'clock in the afternoon, silence fell into state. When the last bell made its final sound, everyone turned to the radio. The French president was about to hold his immortalizing speech. This one would go down in the history books. Today I speak to you all with all great pleasure, as France has reached a new era. Our revolutions have finally reached their goal and served us well, but now it is time to endorse our new selves and celebrate profusely. And now, to loosely. I don't know what that means. Oh no, there's a space, it's not a new paragraph. And now to loosely quote my great colleague, Louis Aragon, with one of his works I believe you shall enjoy it. What cares the exile if the colors be false? One would swear it was us, if he saw one. We're willing to believe in apparitions. I hear the prelude of the marching to the pit. It's the opera of our beliefs and winnings, but it's also the beginnings. Those balconies ablaze or those bronze roofs, all of our actions now proofs. We are capable and shall not enter a state of demise. I am your dancer leading us, while swinging a tambourine. Okay, my mind just stopped for a second. And now, no longer a dream, I've awakened and rubbed my eyes. And now, the new France we have created collectively, I must say, respectively, we are exiles no more. Unifying now under culture and ethnicity like a time before. I dreamt of a France like this during nights, day, and boredom. Celebration is now our duty, just like it is to protect our new state. So now, let us celebrate. Vive la France! Yeah, I know. Yeah, we still got the goal, but that's not the goal. You're the goal. We can upgrade him as well. You know what? Fortress Buster, that could be useful in the future. Offensive dock. Actually, 28. Can I upgrade our military stuff right now? We're at 80%. Yeah, we'll go with you next. Excellent. So I'm just